Your boy, he's named after the stratosphere. He's a young baby Bizoy on the rise.
Yeah.
He ain't a grown man baby Bizoy yet.
Nah, not yet.
Your boy Lil Skies.
Yeah.
Has released his album.
It was called
the of a Dark Rose. What was it?
The Dark Rose.
Something of a Dark Rose. Look. Go ahead and look this up. But your boy Lil Skies came out with his new album. Which, to be honest with you, this is the first time that I ever really heard of Lil Skies, and we mainly chose Lil Skies because of you. You were like, "Yo, let's do Lil Skies."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Life of a Dark Rose.
Life of a Dark Rose. That's what it was.
Right.
Sorry, no disrespect to Lil Skies fans or Lil Skies himself if he's watching.
Yeah.
What made you decide, yo, we should do Lil Skies?
Well, researching for topics for our last podcast, I had seen as a topic that Lil Skies was getting play. Was making noise. Like people were, he had got on the charts, I guess, somewhere on the Billboard 200 or some shit like that.
Okay.
He was somewhere on the charts, and people were saying that. I guess he was being heard, and people were feeling it. So it was like hearing that, just based off of that, I was like, maybe we should give him a listen to, because he might be buzzing a little bit. Got people, and then coincidentally, I had one of the homies, younger homie, was jamming him one day. I went by his house and shit. I was listening to him on YouTube, watching videos and shit. Just had him playing. I was just like, oh shit. All right, well, I guess it was a good idea just to check it out also, because I guess he is making a little noise.
Right. So check it out, because you see people are talking about Lil Skies. I mean, Rich, I had never heard of Lil Skies before.
I hadn't either.
I think maybe I had seen maybe like a couple little links or articles kind of including his name, and I remember going, oh, not another one. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nah.
But what was your initial reaction listening to Lil Skies?
Wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad?
Wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but yeah, it wasn't, it was definitely, I guess I can see where he has some buzz,
right.
Where, I mean, he has a lot of potential, if there's gonna be like a new age type of rap sweeping, the industry, I'd rather it be more like this,
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
I'd rather it be more like this than, what we have.
Right.
That's on top, So, and I'm talking about like mumble,
right,
shit like that. It's people like on top, Kendrick's on top. I was like, no, I'm not talking about
no. You talking about the mumble rap?
Yeah, shit like that. And with that, it's like, I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean,
it's not bad though.
It's not bad, and
I expected a lot worse. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I expected worse.
I did too, and it could work a little bit on his production. Like he didn't have the greatest production, but it wasn't bad either.
Right.
Kind of, I guess, fits with the album, where it's like, even with him, it's like, it wasn't bad. I mean, he had some good tracks on there. Not everything was, like, good to me. It wasn't a full, consistent album where it's like I could play it front to back and be like, and be happy with hearing everything. There's going to be some tracks that I'll probably be like, all right, I heard everything, but after hearing it, it's like, there's probably a few tracks that I may skip over.
Right,
I'm just like, all right, I'm not really feeling this one. Really not my shit, not good.
Right.
Could be better.
Right. I would say, like, for me, man, I was listening to the intro and I was like, all right, it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the intro.
There's actually some rapping going on here. And then he said the line about I got the tattoos on my face for motivation.
Basically.
I got the tattoos on my face for motivation because I can't get no job.
Yeah, and basically
my dreams.
Pursue his dreams.
He's dedicated to his dreams, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like that aspect. Not to say that getting tattoos on your face is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that
it's not.
He's using the tattoos on his face as as his motivation to, it's like, well, I can't get a job now. No. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta like get rid of those training wheels and those things that kind of, you know, those crutches that kind of keep you from going full force. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he kind of figured out that if he did this will keep him going forward, which I thought was just pretty interesting. No. His take on it. You know what I'm saying? What did you think about like the overall theme to this project?
He sounds heartbroken. Just a little bit
heartbroken in the sense of like
he's kind of like right now, like it's like I'm almost like I'm done with females. I'm gonna do me. And it's kind of like the whole vibe. Okay,
so I was thinking this, all right, because I think he's like 19.
Yeah,
right. Well, he said he's young. He's a young dude.
Yeah.
What were you? Okay, like I was listening to
what were you at 19?
Well, I was just thinking. I was like, was I thinking the same way he was when I was 19? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck these bitches. Yeah.
Kind of
fuck all these fried people.
Yeah,
because you go through that, right? Yeah, everybody goes through that when they're young. And it's like, oh, you realize these people ain't really your homies, or you realize this girl ain't really, this ain't real love. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I kind of felt like he was just kind of like a young kid, man. That's just not to say he was immature, because I kind of felt like he was smart. He said a few smart things in there.
Smart things. He did. Reason why he went the way he's going, you know, like why he's choosing, you know. Yeah. To his career over, you know, trying to get stuck up with fried people, you know, and females, men, whatever.
One of the things I liked what he said was when he said, like I think he was talking about people like trying to buy jewelry or whatever, and he was trying to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, well, you know, he's definitely got his priorities straight. You know what I'm saying? He's fuck all this other bullshit. I'm trying to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? Which I kind of respect that, you know. Somebody that's 19, you expect them to say some shit that's just not as wise.
You know exactly. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has some, you know, good head on his shoulders. You know, some knowledge, and he also, you know, he ain't about just fucking his money off. He's actually thinking of a future, right? You know? And he definitely. I mean, overall, the album. I mean,
what do you think about the lyrics?
Ups and downs.
As a whole,
it has its ups and downs,
right?
It has its ups and downs. Like at points, you're just like, yeah, that's some real shit he's saying right there.
Right,
that's dope. You know, I like it. You know, the way he's putting it together. And there's other times where it's like, I don't know if it's a little too new school, like kind of with the whole singing and kind of it's a little basic too with the singing and everything. You know, trying to harmonize and however they, you know.
That's everybody does that.
Everybody does.
I feel like he kind of worked on this a little bit. I feel like it kind of works for him a little bit. I just feel like the way that he does it isn't really like, you know, mind bending or stretching. Like, I feel like he has potential to kind of push his own boundaries.
He could get that better. What I'm saying? I mean, it ain't bad, but to me, it's still you got work to do on that still too. I mean,
of course.
It almost to me like he does it better than most, but it almost still sounds the same.
It sounds the same, right?
You know, if that makes sense, right? You know, it kind of doesn't. But,
which is kind of weird because I feel like he could like easily step out of that a little bit and be just a little more unique and probably outshine.
He probably could
everybody else.
I mean, because he definitely has the bars and like, you know, like lyrics behind it. You know, like it's not like
he's trying to say something,
exactly,
even though it's not. I mean, it's not much for his age, but I feel like he's kind of trying to say something.
He's saying something for his age. I mean, he's speaking for people his age that are probably going through the same shit he's going through. Right. Trying to just find their place.
Right.
And not just in the rap game, in the world, you know, like as a person. So,
were there any tracks that stood out to you? Sometime I could tell you now that Cloudy Skies was one that stood out. But
Cloudy Skies, I like Kill For You.
Kill For You. I like Boss Up. I really like this beat.
Yeah, Boss Up was.
I really like that beat. I really like some of the beats on here are pretty dope.
Yeah,
but they're also very basic in a sense. It's kind of like you're kind of like, all right, like I believe that there's like millions of producers out there, and they all kind of got like beats like this in their catalog. There's a couple of them that are really dope that stood out, but. I even kind of like this lettuce sandwich.
I was about to say that shit too. I was on that shit.
Which is kind of crazy. Which is kind of crazy because I was like, all right, well, this song's probably gonna be dumb.
That's
and then
what
I heard it, and I was like, I kind of rock with this. Let it sandwich.
It ended up being one of my top 3 probably.
Yeah, it's definitely in there is my top 3 too. But I hear a lot of potential with him. You know what I'm saying? I was actually very surprised. I know a lot of people are probably like, why are you listening to this shit? But it's actually not that bad.
He's actually making some noise too. So
yeah,
I mean, if you haven't heard of him, you might. I mean, it might be a matter of time because people are feeling it. People are giving him a buzz. Like
for 19-year-old, he's not bad, but
ain't bad.
Some of the stuff does get a little repetitive. You know what I'm saying?
It does sound. Some songs sound the same,
right? They really do. You can't really tell the difference sometimes. Yeah,
the way he's spitting it too. I mean, it kind of has the same style, and it's almost like. It doesn't sound good to do it from one track and then the next track sound the same way, the way you're spitting and shit.
If you had any advice to give him, Lil Skies is watching right now. He's watching. Oh, man. Maybe his manager or maybe one of his homeboys is watching. You have some advice to give to Lil Skies right now. What would you give him? As a young dude coming up in the game, trying to get on.
I'd honestly say, this is, I guess, shitting on me too. It's like, fuck what everybody says. Do you?
Right.
And because that includes what I'm saying, like, fuck what everybody says. Do you? But at the same time, take some of the criticism with a grain of salt. Like you gotta not take it to heart and actually, soak some of that shit in. Not always don't get offended, but soak some shit in. So I'd actually say, like, as advice, not just that, but advice pertaining to his music, I would say, kind of into emphasizing what you were saying a little bit. What I would tell him is try to differentiate yourself when it comes to your singing from others, because it almost sounds the same. It's different because he does it better than others, so that gives it a little different edge to it already because he does do it better than others, but he still needs to do it more unique because it's still on the same level of the others. He's just doing it better. Right. So he needs to just change it, switch it up a little bit, and just make it his own to where he can actually, people will actually be like, oh, that's Lil Skies. Immediately, right? Like, instead of sometimes you'll hear it and you may not know who it is because it's kind of similar to the other people doing it. Right. That's what the advice I'd give them.
What'd you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10, I gave it a 6.5.
That's what I gave it to. Yeah. I gave it a 6.5. But it's not a bad 6.5. No. It's a.
That's why I said strong 6.5 because it's not like he was close to getting a 6 and all that. It's like. He was definitely more closer to getting a 7. Right. But he, got a little work to do. He's still young, real young, and has a lot of potential. He just needs to run with it. Right. It kind of reminds me of like the whole, when we were talking about XXX Tentacion when he first came out. Like, I can see that in him a little bit. He has potential to become a bigger artist. Right. So. Yeah, man. Shout out. I think you got a lot of potential too.
Good luck to you, man. Right. You got the whole world in front of you, man. So, stay away from these hoes and get that money.
Stick to the game plan.
Buy that house, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you.
That shit's in car, fool.